Might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air.
Welcome to NBA basketball. This is 2K Sports bringing it to you live. Friday Hoops Fest.
By the way, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth.
A quick check now, the starting five for both teams. First, for the Cavaliers, Irving and Waiters, the guards. And inside, a towering 7-footer, maybe the most imposing big man in the game. All-star center, Andrew Bynum. Then it's Alonzo G. And it's Thompson into the power forward position. And for Golden State, Curry and Thompson, the splasher, who's in the back. And at the pivot, a terrific defender and all-around player, the Australian sensation, 7-footer, Andrew Bogut. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Lee in at the 4. Now Curry.
Going into the season, the hopes were high for the Cavs this past year, but the injury bug really derailed them. Injuries to Irving, Thompson, Zeller, and the big one to Varejao really threw them off kilter in terms of having a decent season.
Now Irving. After the missed three from Klay Thompson. Irving misses.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
Thompson inside the line. That falls. Nice speed that time from Andre Iguodala.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
And so it's Cleveland with it. And going back to the injuries for Cleveland last year, Clark was just talking about the Varejao injury was huge as he provided so much for them in the interior. And Irving was in and out of the lineup for a good part of the season. Steve, it was a disaster.
It really was. I'll tell you what, when Varejao and Irving were in together, they were fun to watch. They were pretty good. But once those guys got hurt, there's no consistency with the lineup, and the young team just went south as the season went on.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
You know, coming into last season, Tristan Thompson watched a lot of tape. He noticed he was getting his shot blocked too often inside. So he reached out to Zydrunas Ilgauskas, who's on the Cleveland management team, for some help. And Big Z absolutely had an impact on Thompson's game with his advice.
6 on the shot clock. Let's it go from 14. And the shot is long.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Here's G. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. And for Tristan Thompson, Steve, as you mentioned, more efficient last season. Clarky up his field goal percentage by about 5%.
Yeah, he did a nice job there, but he still had a few too many of his shots packed for me. And that means you've got to be able to get your shots off quicker and different. So that's what I think you got to look at. Facing up more, going quicker to his move, and then, as I said earlier, developing a go-to move is something he's got to handle.
G, he's covered by Iguodala. G kicks to Irving. Thompson with the rebound.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
We'll go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Mike Brown. What's the news there, Doris?
A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We've got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
And thank you for that, Doris. Golden State's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. That is good. Iguodala's got 5.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Now, here is Irving. There's 1:47 left in the first. Dishes it to Waiters. He's up against Thompson. Curry brings the double. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Bynum. Then it comes in for Tristan Thompson. C.J. Myers, he's checked in for Alonzo G. And Jared Jack is subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Stolen by Miles. Here we go, one-on-one. Shot to stop the run. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
He's an outstanding ball handler in the pick-and-roll scheme. Whether he decides to shoot it or pass it, he's as good as there is at using screen and right decisions.
It's a fundamental part of the game that he is more than mastered. You know, it's funny, you look at the Golden State Warriors, they've had the third best home court advantage in the league over the last decade or so. Only the Rocky Mountain teams, Denver and Utah, were better. At Oracle, it's not the altitude, it's the crowd. One of the best in all of the NBA.
Thompson outside. The tray. And another three for Golden State.
Well, he's been working hard to get good looks, and it's paying off for him early.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. And Clark, as you were saying about the Warriors, they really feed off this home crowd. Steve, you said maybe the best in the NBA?
I think so, just in terms of the support they get, regardless of their success. You think back over the last 16, 17 years, the Warriors have only been in the playoffs twice, and yet the fans are there every single night going nuts. So now that they're a good team, I think this fan base is really going to come alive.
Well, one of the things you love about Jarrett Jack, other than his leadership and professionalism, is his ability to create his own shot. He is strong and athletic and very aggressive in looking for his shot. It's tough for a defender to body him up or throw him off stride by playing physically with him because he relishes in that.
And Clark, moments ago, he just talked about Jarrett Jack. He can make some tough shots, Steve. We saw it all season long with Golden State last year.
Well, he's fearless, Kevin. His ability to shoot off the dribble and knock down a three, but in pressure situations, he seems to really thrive, and I think that's where he separates himself from a lot of NBA players. Wow, just a tremendous first quarter shooting the basketball for them, guys.
Yeah, when they put it up, it's going in.
And there's the call on Tony Douglas. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Cavaliers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
They have a very average shooting team in terms of the free throw line, about 76% a year ago.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throw. Beautiful to watch.
And there's the feed to space. And here's Barnes for 3. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. A free-flowing first. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
I was impressed with their transition game, guys. They really got out and ran the lanes.
Yeah, they did. I mean, no better way to get easy buckets than through fast breaks.
Now, here's Bennett. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Waiters dishes to Bergeron. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
You know, you hate to see a player have the kind of injuries that Bergeron has had over the last 3 seasons. In fact, he's only managed to play 81 games.
And Cleveland making a change here. And for Bergeron, through the first month and a half of the season, Clark averaging over 14 points and 14 rebounds a game. He's seen poised for an all-star break.
Yeah, he really was on track for one. And not only did he miss the game, but he also lost a $1 million incentive in his contract if he would have made the all-star team. So that blood clot would require he shut it down for 3 months. Get him in the pocketbook, too.
And his health, his injury status has got to be a concern for Cleveland.
Agreed.
A chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, for Iguodala, now the 3rd team in his NBA career. In Philly, he felt over-criticized for not being the go-to scorer. In Denver, the lack of outside shooting crowded the court. But he could never hope for a better fit than he's found with the Warriors. A team with great shooting, Iguodala can focus on defensive playmaking, saying, quote, "I'd rather get a triple-double than score 40. And guys, get this. Only 12 players in NBA history have achieved his career averages in points, rebounds, assists, and steals through age 29. He's a terrific all-around player.
Yeah, Iguodala, truly a player whose scoring average doesn't do justice to his overall impact on the game. The Cavaliers trail by 5.
Well, one of the struggles for a young team is figuring out how to win on the road. And winning on the road is not just execution, it's preparation and mindset. And young teams struggle to put that together, and the Cavs were certainly a team that struggled with that. How about that, going up strong? I mean, he doesn't care how much height he's giving up. It's attitude with him.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Bogut's checked in. For the Cavaliers, being young was a big problem, and not having much luck with injuries was another. But, Steve, it can be tough to score points when you're on the road, and they struggle with that in a big way.
Well, they would end up in the bottom 5 in scoring last year while on the road, and that did them no favors. Defense, I mean, that was another issue. They couldn't stop anybody. So you combine bad offense, bad defense, going on the road, you're in some trouble.
Lee passes to Iguodala. There's the bucket. Good.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Warriors.
They're trying to play fast and trying to put the defense on their heels.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
The Cavaliers trail by 10.
Well, Mike Brown hired back to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I got a chance to know him a little bit when he was an assistant with the Pacers early in his coaching career and was let go by the Cavs back in 2010. Family laid down roots in Cleveland, and I think he's glad to be back.
Back to Curry, stolen by Miles. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Bynum kicks to Irving. That's in, coming off the assist from Bynum.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
And for Mike Brown, his firing, kind of a desperation move by the Cavs to try to keep LeBron James. Steve, how'd you analyze that?
Well, I'm not sure that LeBron actually wanted him gone. But, you know, he's a great defensive strategist, a guy who excels in player development. And give credit to him, he didn't burn any bridges when he left. He maintained strong relationships there in Cleveland. And it's great to see Mike Brown back there with the Cavaliers. Shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Irving kicks to G. There's a minute 47 left in the first half of the game. Irving drives in from 6 feet, and it's blocked by Curry.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backcourt.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. The rebounding is right there at the top of the list. Now, you got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
But, you know, you look at David Lee, he's more of a skill finesse player, but plays with a great motive. Very intense and aggressive in his style. Always in motion, gets to the boards, offensively and defensively. And, you know, that combination of skill, hustle, and motive make him an all-star.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Now let's send it to Doris on the sideline.
Gentlemen, it's no secret that the Bay Area loves its basketball. It was made abundantly clear during last year's playoff run, says Steph Curry, saying, quote, "We made it to the conference semifinals, and they gave me a key to the city." The key to the city were the semis. If we'd won a title, they'd have put a statue of Coach Jackson on top of the bridge. That statue might not be too far off the way they are collecting talent, Kev.
You can tell they've made a big impression. Thanks, Doris. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. And so it's Cleveland with it. It's a 13-point game.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Again, Irving missing. And Clark, when you talk about the skill level for David Lee, not the biggest guy at 6'9", I know you admire his game. And Steve, a great finisher at the same time with either hand.
I think that's one of his greatest assets, Kevin, his ability to score around the basket with either hand. As you mentioned, he can shoot the mid-range shot, handle the ball. They can run their offense through him at the elbows because he's such a good passer as well.
Jared Jack has checked in for Kyrie Irving.
Well, Iguodala moved on from the 76ers to the Nuggets last year, now signs a free agent contract with the Warriors. It looks to be a really good fit. I mean, all that shooting around him, just with the way he can run and defend, should allow Iguodala to be the playmaker that really is his natural game.
But they get it there. Bogut. The shot no good. Some solid D here from Bynum. Outside Jack. There's the pass to Bynum. Goes up the baseline. Nice D from Bogut. Here's Douglas. From down in the low post, it goes. Douglas has got his second basket of the game.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
This is 2K Sports. I hope your week is off to a good start on this Monday. A tremendous start for the Warriors. They're racking up the assists, great passing in the early going. It's been a superstar display by Iguodala. He's up to 14 points and is also helping set the table. Who's ready to eat? For the Cavaliers, though, they've looked out of sync. They've been getting pounded on the glass, just not bringing the aggression, the physicality needed to get the job done. Kyrie Irving off to a rough start. An unsightly, untimely shooting percentage. Ugly game. And that's it for now. Thanks for stopping in with us. It's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, who are all ready with the call in the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
A view of the Bay Bridge spanning from San Francisco over to the East Bay and Oakland.
Tremendous output from Iguodala. He's got 14 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now, his outside stroke has looked really good today. Yeah, the Warriors turnaround, I think, in large part because of the improvement defensively and on the boards last year. There was a 5 or 6 year stretch where Golden State was maybe the worst team in both categories in the entire league, but the schemes have changed, the personnel, the intent, the toughness, and it has all led to a new era for the Golden State Warriors basketball team.
And that one's good by G.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Curry against Irving. Curry kicks to Thompson. Iguodala's drive. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. And back to the Warriors looking to pack the paint. If you want to get into a three-point shooting contest with them, well, I think they'd welcome that.
I agree. I mean, with the Splash Brothers in the backcourt, you can get sprayed in a hurry from all angles. I mean, those guys are terrific. But again, their improved defense and rebounding was a big part of their success as well.
Now, here's Thompson. And the call will be against David Lee. That's his third foul of the game. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Cleveland. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. On its way from Irving for two. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Irving's got 6 points. Curry dishes to Iguodala. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Varejau setting the pick for Irving. G passes to Irving. Clock at 6. Goes up from the top of the key. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
But that's the way you've got to go. If you have good position, you've got to get after it and go for that second chance opportunity.
Here's Iguodala. After the made shot from Varejau. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
You know, Varejau has always been an amazing rebounder, but I thought last season the start of the year was probably his best. You knew he was on track for a big year when he dropped 23 rebounds in the season opener.
And Cleveland making a change here. Bennett's checked in. Now here's Waiters. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Feeds it to Irving. 6 to shoot. Irving double team. And there's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And for Varejau, before the injury last season, Clark historic rebounding number.
How about this, Kevin? 10 consecutive games with over 15 rebounds, and 5 of those being offensive rebounds. That's only been done once before in the history of the league, and it was by the Hall of Famer, Moses Malone.
Pass to Thompson. He feeds it to Iguodala. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
That was not pretty there. You got to make that one, but maybe that's not his range.
Irving drives in. And Waiters kicks to Irving. Unloads. Shot is off. And Golden State will come the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
So, you know, they've got a nice lead. Don't take any chances. The simple one-hander is just fine.
You know, part of the struggles for Cleveland were defensive. You know, they were last in the league in field goal percentage defense. And when you have that number next to your team name, you're not going to win many games.
G dishes to Waiters. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Here's Iguodala. Good, and Curry gets the assist. It's now 23 points for Iguodala. As you said, the Cavaliers club had a lot of problems defensively last year. They had firepower on this roster, but last season they lacked that gritty defender or two, Steve, that could really change a game with their defense.
That's one of the reasons they signed Earl Clark from the Lakers in the offseason. Mike Brown thinking that Clark may be able to be a stopper on the perimeter. The big thing, though, with Brown is that his philosophy, the way he looks at the game, all comes from the defensive end. He'll have these guys playing hard.
And here is Curry after the three-pointer from Andre Iguodala. Fires from deep. Another three for Golden State.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. The defense hasn't been able to set up.
Irving gets a screen from Bennett. The putback, and Thompson throws it down.
Well, coaches love him because of the hustle he's continually showing out on the floor. And I think where you really see it most is on the offensive boards.
And I also can't get over how much energy he expends rebounding the basketball. He goes all out on the boards every single night.
Curry attacking. Azili somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
G passes to Irving. And the layup is good. Irving's got 6 points in the quarter.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too. Look at the turnover situation, guys, and it's not been that bad, just a handful, and when you take care of the ball like that, that can help you build a lead.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him. 12 seconds left in the third. Bennett kicks to Irving. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. That's good from Irving. Cavaliers making a switch here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. On its way from Curry. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Just when it looked like the third quarter was over, they go and do that. They pin it.
All right. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
And they continue to run and gun throughout the game, guys.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
He dishes it to Barnes. Thompson, defended by Miles. Thompson passes to Lee. Kicks it to Bogut.
It's his 4th foul, and I'm sure he picked it up a little earlier than he would have liked.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Dion Waiters.
And for the Warriors, unusual for a playoff team to be giving minutes to 3 or even 4 rookies, but that was the case last season. Barnes, Azili, Green, they brought in a rookie group with maturity that had done a good job of preparing themselves at the collegiate level, and all of them produced.
Varejão's shot is good.
He used his strength there to get into the post without much of a fight from the defense.
Yeah, I think they've got to muscle up on him a little more. Do a better job next time in there.
Back to Bogut. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And for the Warriors rookies last season, Steve, they got an early start. They were in the team gym from the earliest days after the draft.
Well, this is a club that has great chemistry. Some of that has to do with Mark Jackson. A lot of it has to do with just the quality of people that they put on that roster. But it's an exciting young team with a good coach and a great crowd. I think the Warriors have a very bright future. Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
And so Irving nails both of them.
One thing people kind of forget about with Irving is that in addition to all the skills he has at the point guard spot, he's a pretty physical point guard. He's well put together and can muscle it up with about any defender he faces.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. And Waiters kicks to Irving. He passes to Bennett. Waiters. Bennett setting the pick for Waiters. Hangs in the air. Thompson. Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws.
You know, even though they're down, they're putting on a show at the free throw line this half.
I think they've done a good job of making the most of their chances at the line, and they've got to keep it up to take the lead.
Alonzo G is checked in for Cleveland. And for Irving, with his size and good athleticism, the potential is there to be a very good defensive player as well.
I think that's an area where he himself, Kevin, has acknowledged that he has some work to do. He's been focused so much on his offensive game, but now is the time to take that next step and become a real solid two-way player.
Thompson, no luck. Nice D from Bogut.
And excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
Curry kicks to Iguodala. Back to Curry. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Iguodala. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And that's 31 points for Andre Iguodala.
His work at the offensive end has been phenomenal. Maybe reason number one, they're ahead.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Bynum's checked in. Curry against Irving. Pass to Bynum. Backs down. Fades away. Good. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Curry dishes to Thompson. Stolen by Waiters. And here we go with Waiters running it up the court. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that break.
That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when.
Warriors leading by 16. Curry kicks to Iguodala. And another three for Golden State.
He got a bunch of good looks and been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, you got to get some bodies out there defensively, though. I mean, if things are way too easy out beyond the three-point arc.
Waiters off a pitch from Bennett. A rebound by Azili.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. The guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
He's very savvy in traffic. When he gets inside, has a kind of an uncanny way of shielding himself from contact and finding a way to finish at the rim.
There's one other thing about him that I like. It's how easy he makes it look to change his shot in midair. And usually with defenders all around him. Because of that, it's really hard to block one of his shots.
And Cleveland making a change here. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Bynum. C.J. Miles comes in for Alonzo G. Caruso is checked in for Dion Waiters. And Jared Jack is subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And Bazemore kicks to Spates. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by.
Difficult to explain that turnover. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
Earl Clark's checked in for the Cavaliers. Karsov passes to Jack. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Spates dishes to Douglas. Bazemore. Golden State moving it around. Just 4 to shoot. Barnes can't get it to go. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Lots of room. And yes, sir, that one drops. Here's Bazemore. 41 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. He kicks to Douglas. Shot from 12. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, they'll give him that shot. He doesn't have the most reliable jump shot in the world. We know that.
Karsov passes to Jack. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. No good from Karsov.
That's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make.
Pass to Spates. There's the dish to Bazemore. Stolen away. Here's Karsov. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, he absorbed the foul and had a chance to knock it down.
And that's all you can ask right there. I like that play.
And the first one drops. Both good from the line that time. Here's Bazemore. No good. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Iguodala.